Okay guys, appointment update. I had my appointment today with the neurosurgeon. Okay, recap. This is the person we've been waiting for me to meet with to tell me what we can do about Arnie and his buddy. Dr. Patel, she is a very well-respected surgeon here in Dallas. Seems like everybody knows her, everybody loves her. So Krista came over to go to attend the meeting with me, and she actually fit me in the middle of a bunch of other meetings that she was in the middle of. So I thought that was very nice of her. Anyway, so started the meeting. She first asked me to just tell me a little bit about myself, which I thought was very nice of her. And then we went over imaging. And then she went over options. By the way, I'm wearing Christmas shorts. And so basically she said that while she could do lit, because my tumors are pretty close to the surface, and lit is normally reserved for tumors that are deep in the brain, which I did know, she would prefer to surgically resect my tumors, which would still give me pathology. And so she explained a little bit more about the risks of doing lit on tumors close to the surface, and I'm not going to bore you with any of that. But anyway, so Krista and I both really liked her, and so she said, what do you think about these options? And I said, I understand the risks of doing lit on tumors that are close to the surface. I had read that too, yada, yada, yada. I'm perfectly okay with you surgically removing the tumors, as long as we get pathology, because, I'm very interested in that. That's important to me. And she said, yep, definitely, totally agree. And I said, yes, let's move forward. And she said, great. She said, I had already saved a spot for you on my schedule. And she said, how does Monday sound? Monday afternoon. And I said, it sounds awesome. Let's do it. So, guess who's having brain surgery on Monday? This girl. Guess who's excited about having brain surgery on Monday? This girl. That's right. Anyway, there's still, details to be figured out, blah, 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 lar, 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 lar. So she thinks I'll be in the hospital till Wednesday. She's like, so you can go home for Thanksgiving. I was like, I don't care about Thanksgiving. I just care about getting these tumors out of my head. So, but anyway, so that's the plan. So we'll figure out all the details from there. There's a lot of other stuff we talked about, but I think that's the general consensus. So, yeah. So I know what I'm doing on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. Anyway, talk to you later. I'm so excited. Bye.